If you're able, please rise and join me in welcoming members of the Grand Canyon University Club swimming team for the singing of our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, GCU. Before we get started, we got one song to kick off our final session. You'll know the words, don't be shy, sing along. We know you can be a little louder. Let's hear it. Here it comes. Sing along if you know the words. The first event of your Sunday final session will be event number 31, the women's 4x50-yard freestyle relay. This will be your C final. Swimming in lane 1, Arizona State. In lane 2, Bowling Green. In lane 3, Purdue. In lane 4, NC State. In lane 5, UNC Chapel Hill. In lane 6, William and Mary. In lane 7, Tampa. And in lane 8, Florida State. At the first exchange, it's UNC Chapel Hill, followed by Purdue and NC State. Swimmers out in 24.9 and 25 low. Approaching the halfway point, it's UNC Chapel Hill still out in front with NC State. Watch out in lane 1, Arizona State making a move up to second. Third swimmers in the water in your C final. Is NC State going to be able to maintain their lead in the middle of the pool? Look out for Arizona State up in lane 1. They might be your leaders coming down to the wire. Fourth swimmers entering the water. Arizona State in lane 1, your leader, closely followed by UNC and NC State. Final 25 of your C final. Let's hear it. Bring these swimmers home. It's a close race. It could be lane 1, lane 4, lane 5. Underneath the flags, here we go. And it will be NC State taking your C final in a time of 1:39.45. Results from that race are official. The next race will be your B final of the women's 4x50-yard freestyle relay. Swimming in lane 1, Virginia Tech. In lane 2, Auburn. In lane 3, Florida. In lane 4, Alabama. In lane 5, Colorado. In lane 6, Maryland. In lane 7, South Carolina. And in lane 8, Missouri. Heading into the first exchange, close field here in your B final. Auburn and Alabama 0.4 apart, out in 24.4 and 24.8. As your second swimmers hit the wall, neck and neck. Auburn, Alabama fighting it out for your lead. Watch out down in lane 6. Here comes Maryland. And also in lane 1, here comes Virginia Tech. They are in front at the halfway mark. Out in 49.4 in their first 100. Maryland behind them. Auburn rounding out your top 3. As we're getting ready for your anchors to enter the water, it's still Maryland out in front in lane 6. Are they going to be able to bring it home when these last swimmers enter the water? Maryland down at the far end in lane 6, still looking good. Close fight for second. Who's going to have a nice wall here? Maryland and Auburn fighting for your top 2 spots here. We are under the flags, and look out, it could be lane number 1. It will. Virginia Tech coming from the outside to take your B final in a time of 1:38.75. Rounding out your top 3 behind them, Auburn in second in 1:39.0, and in third, Maryland in 1:39.26. Please welcome to the pool deck your championship final in event number 31, the women's 200-yard freestyle relay. Swimming in lane number 1, Michigan. In lane number 2, Grand Canyon University. In lane number 3, UVA. In lane number 4, your top seed, Georgia Tech. In lane number 5, Cal Poly. In lane number 6, UNC Wilmington. In lane number 7, Wisconsin. And rounding out your championship final, swimming in lane number 8, UC San Diego. This is your championship final in event number 31, the women's 4x50-yard freestyle relay. Your national record in this event was set last year in a time of 1:35.35 by Georgia Tech. They're your top seed coming into your championship final, swimming 1:37.66 this morning. Are they going to be able to match that record they set in last year? After the first exchange, though, it's going to be UVA out in front, splitting 24-13. Georgia Tech behind them in second, and UNCW in third. Second swimmers at the halfway point. It's lanes 3, 4, and 5. UVA, Georgia Tech, and Cal Poly all on the hunt for your title in the women's 200-yard freestyle relay. Tech at the halfway point, out in front in 47-39. UNCW behind them, and UVA in third. Georgia Tech trying to put some distance on the field. Is the rest of the field going to make the move with them? Once again, it's all going to come down to your anchor swimmers. Georgia Tech's going to have a small margin. Is anyone going to be able to catch them in this last 50? Georgia Tech, Cal Poly, UVA in the middle of the pool. Who's it going to be? Final 25. Make some noise for these swimmers. Let's get them back into the wall. Georgia Tech out in front, but here comes Cal Poly. Who's it going to be under the flags? It is Georgia Tech, unofficially setting a new CCS and National Championship meet record time, finishing in 1:34.91. Those results are official. Our next event in the competition pool will be event number 32, the men's 4x50-yard freestyle relay. This will be your C final. Swimming in lane 1, USF. In lane 2, Grand Canyon. In lane 3, Texas A&M. In lane 4, Michigan. In lane 5, Indiana. In lane 6, Michigan. In lane 7, UNCW. And in lane 8, Penn. At your first exchange, Indiana out to an early lead, 20.3. What a first swim. Texas A&M in second, Michigan State behind them in third. As we hit the halfway point, Indiana out in front. Watch out for A&M up in lane 3, right behind them. Third swimmers in the water. Indiana still looking good out in front. Close race for second and third. 6 lanes of the pool still in the hunt for your top 3 teams. Indiana trying to put a little bit of distance on the field here. Watch out for lanes 3 and 4. Close fight for second and third between A&M and Michigan State. 21 lows there. Are these anchors going to be able to bring it home in 20 point? That's what it's going to take to get close to Indiana. Under the flags, it is going to be Indiana taking your B final in a time of 1:23.17. Coming in second, second, Grand Canyon in 1:24.70. And rounding out your top 3, Texas A&M in 1:24.84. This is your B final in event number 32, the men's 200-yard freestyle relay. Swimming in lane 1, Illinois in lane 2, UVA in lane 3, NC State in lane 4, Ohio State in lane 5, Penn State in lane 6, Florida in lane 7, Colorado, and in lane 8, Liberty. After the first exchange is UVA, NC State, and Penn State, your top 3. Multiple 20 points to open up your B final in the men's 4x50-yard freestyle relay. Approaching the halfway point, NC State looking like they're gonna have it at the 100. Out in 41.2. The University of Virginia hot on their tails, 41.6. And not far behind them, Penn State out in 41.8. Third swimmers on their way back. It's still NC State up in lane 3, but look out for Penn State charging behind them in lane 5. Final swimmers in the water. NC State trying to be sure they maintain their lead. Watch this turn closely. Is anyone going to be able to make a move on NC State? It's the middle of the pool. Here we are. Taking your B final, though, will be NC State, finishing in 1:22.41. Coming in second, Ohio State in 1:22.99. And rounding out your top 3 in the B final is Penn State in 1:23.02. Please welcome to the pool deck your championship final in event number 32, the men's 4x50-yard freestyle relay. Swimming in lane number 1, Purdue. In lane number 2, Cincinnati. In lane number 3, Arizona State. In lane number 4, your top seed, UNC Chapel Hill. In lane number 5, Cal Poly. In lane number 6, Wisconsin. In lane number 7, it's the University of Georgia. And rounding out your championship final, swimming in lane number 8, Georgia Tech. This is your championship final for event number 32, the men's 4x50-yard freestyle relay. Your top seed in the middle of the pool, UNC Chapel Hill, coming into this A final, having already set a national record this morning in a time of 1:20.54. Are they going to be able to beat their national record here in finals tonight? At the first exchange, they are off to a big lead thanks to a massive 19:06.53 from Davis. At the halfway point, UNC still out in front. They are going to be 38-6 at the halfway point, followed by Cal Poly and Arizona State. As your third swimmers are at the wall, it's still Chapel Hill, Arizona State, and Cal Poly, your top 3. But don't count out Cal Poly. Are they going to be able to make a run here? Here comes Cal Poly. Let's make some noise as it's Cal Poly and Chapel Hill fighting it out for your national title in the 200-yard freestyle relay. As we come under the flags, they are stroke for stroke. But it will be UNC Chapel Hill taking the win in a time of 1:19.36. Cal Poly finishing in second in a time of 1:19.6, and Arizona State in third in 1:21.06. Results from this heat are unofficial. Swimmers and spectators, in just a few moments, we will turn our attention to the awards podium for the first time tonight to present the awards from events number 31 and 32, your 4x50-yard freestyle relays. And now, here are your top 3 teams from event number 31, the women's 4x50-yard freestyle relay. Taking your bronze medal, swimming a time of 1:36.66, it's the University of Virginia. Your runner-ups in the 4x50-yard freestyle relay finish in a time of 1:35.79. Give it up for Cal Poly. And your 2026 national champions set a new CCS and national championship meet record time of 1:34.91, winning for the 2nd year in a row. It's Georgia Tech. We still need another few moments. Officials are finalizing the results from event number 32, your men's 4x50-yard freestyle relay. Those awards will be presented momentarily. And now, here are your top 3 finishers in event number 32, the men's 4x50-yard freestyle relay. Coming in 3rd place in a time of 1:21.06, it's Arizona State. Your runner-up set a 2nd best time in CCS in your national championship, finishing in a time of 1:19.66. It's Cal Poly. And your 2026 national champions broke your record in the men's 4x50-yard freestyle relay twice today. In finals, winning in a time of 1:19.36. Give it up for UNC. Congratulations, swimmers. The next event in the competition pool will be event number 33, your women's 200-yard backstroke. This will be Heat 6. Swimming in lane number 1, Gloria Kawai. In lane 2, Katie Chan. In lane 3, Lori Ostermeyer. In lane 4, Sydney Hodulek. In lane 5, Madison Johannes. In lane 6, Malia Loret. In lane 7, Maggie Dean. And in lane 8, Olivia Kahn. Your women's 200-yard backstroke is a timed final event. And the time to beat coming into tonight was a 2:11:55 set by Ruth Luck earlier this morning representing Florida. At the first 50, Olivia Kahn was out in 29.7. That's a little bit faster than what Ruth was out in when she swam this morning. Your attention, please. Would a representative from UNC Chapel Hill please come to the announcer's stand? UNC Chapel Hill to the announcer's stand. At your halfway point, Olivia Kahn laying on the outside smoke in lane number 8 out in 1:01.84. She is on track to best Ruth Luck's time of 2:11.55. It is still Olivia Kahn as she's approaching the 150. But watch out for Sydney Hodulek in lane 4. The margin is closing 0.3 of a second. Separate your top 2. And definitely don't count out your swimmers in lane 1 and 2. Making some late charges. Here come Katie Chen and Gloria Kawai, giving Olivia Kahn a run for your money. Here they come, the last 12.5 yards of this first 200 back. Who's it gonna be? Lane 1 and lane 4. It'll be Gloria Kawai out of lane number 1 from Michigan, taking heat number 6. This will be heat number 7 of your women's 200-yard backstroke. Swimming in lane 1, Alyssa Tennyson. In lane 2, Ava Kombarek. In lane 3, Elena Rossi. In lane 4, Sophia Barna. In lane 5, Olivia Hall. In lane 6, Jude Matthew. In lane 7, Brooke Jaber. And in lane 8, Lindsay Brandt. Time to beat is 2:10 mid. That was what won heat number 6. Brooke Jaber out in 28:23. Behind her, Olivia Hall. And rounding out your top 3 in the B final, Ava Kombarek. As we approach the halfway point, Brooke Jaber is looking strong. She's going to be your leader at the halfway point out in 59.67. Behind her, Olivia Hall out in 101.3. And in third, Ava Kombarek in 102.8. Let's make some noise for these swimmers. Those legs are starting to feel heavy right about now. They had to push through that, swim a solid last 50 to round out this heat of your 200 back. Brooke Javer laying it on the field as she starts her final 50. Now in second, Olivia Hall in the middle of the pool from Utah Valley. And rounding out your top three is still Ava Kombarek from Wisconsin. Heading into the final 25, it is still Brooke Javer. She is under the flags, and she is going to take heat number 7 in a time of 2:06.74. Behind her will be Sophia Bartner from Brown in a time of 2:11.62. And rounding out your top three, Olivia Hall from Utah Valley in a time of 2:11.79. Please welcome to the pool deck your fastest seated final in event number 33, the women's 200-yard backstroke. Swimming in lane number 1 from James Madison, Brady Bever. In lane number 2 from Grand Canyon, Madison Lowe. In lane number 3 from Michigan, Catherine Blake. In lane number 4 is your top qualifier representing Texas A&M, Diana Cole. In lane number 5 from Cal Poly, Ella Crimper. In lane number 6 from UC San Diego, Erin Swift. In lane number 7 from UNC Wilmington, Rachel Jones. And rounding out your top seeded final, swimming in lane number 8 from UVA, Sophie Weingarten. This is heat number 8 of your women's 200-yard backstroke. The CCS and National Championship meet record were both set 3 years ago in 2023 by Amanda Ng in a time of 2:02.41. Your top seeds in this event coming in with a time of 2:07. But your swimmers in the middle of the pool have all been having great national championships. Wouldn't be surprised if any of your swimmers here took a big crack at that record. At the first 50, it's Diana Culp out in 28.3, followed by Erin Swift and Madison Logue. Swift, Cole, Logue, and Blake have all finaled in multiple events throughout the weekend, and any one of them is going to have a shot to take your two back. At the halfway point, though, it is Diana Kolb in the middle of the pool out in first, Madison Logue in second, Aaron Swift in third. Coming into the next wall, it is still Diana Kolb. Are any of these other swimmers going to be able to make a move coming down in this final 50 and challenge Diana Kolb for the title? If anyone's going to be able to do it, keep an eye on Madison Logue in lane 2. She's in second. Ella Crampert in lane 5 is going to need a solid last 50 to keep her place in third. Here they are at the final wall. Diana Kolb, Madison Logue, 1-2. Coming down your last 12 and a half. Diana Kolb looking strong into the wall, and she will take your last final, finishing at a time of 2:02.61. Finishing in second, Madison Logue in 2:04.35, and rounding out your top three, Ella Crampert in 2:05.65. The next event in the competition pool will be event number 34, your men's 200-yard backstroke. Swimming in lane number 1, Ashton Sun. In lane 2, William McMasters. In lane 3, James Riordan. In lane 5, Christian Marujo. In lane 6, Byron Long. In lane 7, Turner Jones. In lane 8, Edward Zhao. In lane 7, Edward Zhao, and in lane 8, Caleb Munger. At the first 50 is James Riordan, out in 24.8. Your top time from prelim swims coming into these last three heats was 1:51.13, set by Josh Balby of Florida Atlantic. That time is going to be tough to beat in this first heat. Everyone swimming seated at 1:55s and 1:56s. At your halfway mark, James Riordan out in 52.0. Behind him, Christian Marujo swimming 52.6. Both of them are out a little faster than Josh Balby earlier this morning, but will they have what it takes to back half the swim? Once again, lanes 3 and 4 at your 150 are going to be 1-2. James Riordan, Christian Marujo, your top two. Caleb Bunker down in lane 8, trying to make a push for third. At the final wall, it's lanes 3 and 4, Riordan and Marujo, your top two. As they're underneath the flags, it will be Christian Marujo taking heat number 7 in a time of 1:49.37. The next heat will be heat number 8 of your men's 200-yard backstroke. Swimming in lane 1, Nolan Lahman. In lane 2, Connor Lee. In lane 3, Robert Ekus. In lane 5, Joshua Pat. In lane 6, Ryan Huang. In lane 7, Matthew Gurley. And in lane 8, Christian Smith. Time to beat is 1:49.37. Some outside smoke here to start off. Heat 8. Christian Smith and Nolan Lahman out in 25-1, 25-2. At the 75, they're still looking strong. Give it up for your outside lanes. What a rare treat here. 1 and 2. Still Nolan Lamont and Christian Smith. Christian Smith out in 52-0. Lamont out in 53-5. Smith down there in lane 8, really trying to put some distance on the field. Slight change now in second. Looks like lane number 5, Josh Pack, starting to turn it on. Is Josh Pack going to be able to make a move in this last 50? Or is Nolan Lamont in lane 1 going to take back second? It is still Christian Smith down in lane 8. Over 2 body lengths on the field. We're going to have to watch this time. This could stand up in the next heat. Christian Smith is going to win heat 8 in a time of 1:47.09. Josh Pack taking second at 1:52.0. That time of 1:47.0 is a new CCS national record. Welcome to the pool deck, your fastest seated heat, heat number 9 of event number 34, your men's 200-yard backstroke. Swimming in lane number 1 from the University of Virginia, Nicholas Settenbrine. In lane number 2 from Purdue, Hashan Kananurarte. In lane number 3 from Michigan, Thomas Farney. In lane number 3, your top qualifier representing Cal Poly, Sam Siebold. In lane number 5, from UNC Chapel Hill, James Bennison. In lane number 6, from Grand Canyon University, Frederick Larson. In lane number 7, from Penn State, Ryan Strothai. And rounding out your top seeded final in the 200 back from Liberty, Jonah Reese. This is Heat 9, your fastest seeded final of event number 34 in the men's 200-yard backstroke. If anyone is going to win your national championship, they are going to have to set a new CCS national record to win the title. The time to beat 47-2. If anyone can do it, it's your two swimmers in the middle of the pool, Sam Siebold and James Bennison. They are going to be your 1-2 at the 50. Sam Siebold out in 24.5, Thomas Farney out in 25.1, James Bennison out in 25.2. As we approach the halfway point, it is still Sam Siebold out in front, splitting 50.7 at the halfway mark. James Bennison taking second, 51.7. Thomas Farney now in third, 52.3. 75 yards left to go for your leader, Sam Siebold. Close on his tails, James Bennison in lane 5, and Thomas Farney from Michigan in lane 3. Let's make some noise. Sam Siebold, 1:18.0. Is he going to be able to come back in a time that can beat 1:47.2? He's going to have to close this 25 fast, but he's got a shot. Make some noise for these swimmers in your top seeded heat of the 200 back. Coming down to your last 5 yards. Sam Siebold is going to take it in a new record time, 1:46.2. Coming in second, James Bennison, 1:47.0, and rounding out your top 3 in this heat, Thomas Farney in 1:49.3. At this time, we will shift our attention back to the podium to present the awards for events number 33 and 34, your 200-yard backstrokes. And now, here are your top 3 finishers from event number 33, the women's 200-yard backstroke. Finishing in a time of 2:05.65 from Cal Poly, Ella Gripper. Your runner-up finish in a time of 2:04.35, representing Grand Canyon University. Give it up for Madison Lowe. And your 2026 CCS National Champion in event number 33 won your women's 200-yard backstroke in a time of 2:02.61 from Texas A&M, Diana Cole. And now, here are your top 3 finishers from event number 34, the men's 200-yard backstroke. Swimmers and spectators, we have a tie across 2 heats for second place between James Bennison from UNC and Christian Smith from Georgia Tech. Give it up for these 2 tying in second place. And your national champion in event number 34, the men's 200-yard backstroke, won this event in a new CCS national record time of 1:46.26, representing Cal Poly. Give it up for Sam Siebel. Let's hear it one more time for all 3 of these swimmers. They all swam times under your previous CCS record. The next event in the competition pool will be event number 35, the women's 50-yard butterfly. This will be your C final. In lane 1, Isabel Fisher. In lane 2, Laura Martin. In lane 3, Michelle Woe. In lane 4, Ella Schwarholtz. In lane 5, Jessica Chu. In lane 6, Adi Nira. In lane 7, Mia Wittop. And in lane 8, Savannah Irizarry. 50 fly, rip it and hang on. Who is going to have what it takes to get out and take this C final? Neck and neck at the wall, it will be Michelle Woe from Michigan, taking your C final in a time of 25:90. Coming in second, Ella Schwarholtz in 25:96. And rounding out your top 3 from Cal Poly, Jessica Chu in 26:09. This will be your B final in event number 35, the women's 50-yard butterfly. In lane 1, Elizabeth Schroer. In lane 2, Cora Mathewson. In lane 3, Bella Fenton. In lane 4, Megan Heyer. In lane 5, Ella McCarran. In lane 6, Kayla Wolski. In lane 7, Gabrielle Land. And in lane 8, Caitlin Mumper. Once again, you need a start, a turn, and a finish to put this 50 fly together. Multiple swimmers under the flags, and it will be Gabrielle Land from UCSD taking your B final in a time of 25:68. Behind her from Cal Poly, Ella McCarran in 25:9, and coming in third, Megan Heyer in a time of 25:95. Welcome to the pool deck, your championship final for event number 35, your women's 50-yard butterfly. Swimming in lane number 1 from UCLA, Angelina Yu. In lane number 2 from Georgia Tech, Gabby Freud. In lane number 3 from Missouri, Ashley Gill. In lane number 4 from the University of Virginia, your top qualifier coming in with a time of 25:28, it's Gabriella Belsel. Swimming in lane 5 from Virginia Tech, Julia Simpson. In lane number 6, representing Auburn, Anna Gavin. In lane number 7 from Cincinnati, Jasper Smith. And rounding out this championship final in lane number 8, also from the University of Virginia, Anna Falzone. This is your championship final for event number 35, the women's 50-yard butterfly. Your CCS and National Championship meet record were both set last year in a time of 24:47 by Delaney Carlton. That is not out of the question for this field, coming in with some times of 25 low. Make some noise as they hit the flags. Who is gonna take your A final? It'll be your top seed, Gabriella Belsel, in a time of 24:76. In second, Anna Gavin, swimming 24:99. And in third, from Mizzou, Ashley Gill, in 25:21. The next event in the competition pool will be event number 36, your men's 50-yard butterfly. This will be your C final. Swimming in lane 1, Nick Castano. In 2, Chase Genther. In lane 3, Nolan Lawman. In lane 5, Colin Neely. In 5, Peter Smith. In 6, AJ Fong. In 7, Charles Bolch. And in 8, Harrison Gardner. Impossible to call under the flags. Could be anyone's race. But it will be Nick Castano out of lane 1, taking your C final in a time of 22:45. Behind him, AJ Fong in 22:49, and rounding a tie for your top 2 at 22:45. This will be your B final in event number 36, the men's 50-yard butterfly. Swimming in 1, Timothy Kenningsberg. In lane 2, Hatcher Young. In lane 3, Evan Stuck. In lane 4, Scott Edmiston. In lane 5, Richard Lynn. In lane 6, Paul Pochtragul. In lane 7, Landon Van Matry. And in lane 8, Nathan Plesner. It's going to take at least 22 low. Maybe someone will be under 21. And taking your B final will be Hatcher Young from Virginia Tech in a time of 22:09. In second, Scott Edmiston in 22:11. And in third, Richard Lynn in 22:24. Welcome to the pool deck, your championship final of event number 36. Your top competitors in the men's 50-yard butterfly. Swimming in lane number 1 from NC State, Joseph Clark. In lane number 2 from Tufts, Carter Lange. In lane number 3 from the University of Georgia, Thomas Askew. In lane number 4 is your top qualifier from UNC, Everett Oler. In lane number 5 from Cal Poly, Lucas Crowther Collado. Next to him in lane 6, his teammate also from Cal Poly, Nolan Lemon. In lane number 7, from Purdue, Victor Batcha. And swimming in lane number 8, from Kent State, Richard Kurlich. This is your championship final for event number 36, the men's 50-yard butterfly. Your CCS and national championship meet record was set earlier this morning by your top seed, Everett Oler, in a time of 21:01. Let's make some noise. Is he going to be able to set another record here at finals tonight? Or is someone else going to take him down? stroke for stroke under the flags, but it will be Everett Oler in a new national record time of 20.92 to take your men's 50-yard butterfly. Coming in second behind him, Lucas Crother-Collado in 21.04. And rounding out your top three from UGA, it's Thomas Askew in a time of 21.44. We'll now turn back over to the podium where we will be presenting your awards for events 35 and 36, your 50-yard butterflies. Here are your top three finishers in event number 35, the women's 50-yard butterfly. Taking the bronze medal in a time of 25:21 from Missouri, it's Ashley Gill. Your runner-up in this year's 50-yard butterfly finished in a time of 24:99, representing Auburn, Anna Gavin. And your 2026 CCS National Champion took this year's 50 fly in a time of 24:76 from Club Swim at the University of Virginia. Give it up for Gabriella Belsel. Congratulations, swimmers. And now, here are your top three finishers from event number 36, the men's 50-yard butterfly. Finishing in third place with a time of 21:44, from the University of Georgia, Thomas Askew. Your runner-up in this year's 50-yard butterfly set a time of 21:04 from Cal Poly. Give it up for Lucas Crother-Collado. And your 2026 CCS National Champion bested his own record set earlier this morning, finishing in a time of 20.92 from the University of North Carolina, Everett Oler. Congratulations, swimmers. And now, please welcome to the pool deck your top heat in event number 45, your women's 500-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane number 1 from Wake Forest, Blakeney Kelly. In lane number 2 from Colorado, Emma Baca. In lane number 3 from Stanford, Ella Blake. Your top seed representing Florida, swimming in lane number 4, Isabel Rasmussen. Swimming in lane number 5 from Emory, Laura Armstrong. In lane number 6, also from Florida, Ruth Luck. Sorry, she's from Florida State. From Florida State, Ruth Luck. Swimming in lane number 7, from the University of North Carolina, Laura Carson. And rounding out this top-seeded heat of your women's 500-yard freestyle, representing Club Swim and UVA, Brenna Burke. This is your top-seeded heat in event number 45, the women's 500-yard freestyle. The time to beat from this morning is a 5:15.83, set by Naomi Sanchez Toscano from Arizona. Once again, the time to beat coming into tonight's fastest heat of 5:15.83. Also, if you take a look over at the bulkhead, looks like we got a special guest counting in lane 5. It's Kyle Sockwell out there. After the first 50, it's Ella Blake from Stanford out to an early lead. Your 500 free is such a dogfight. Just about 5 minutes of battling it out. We're gonna try and keep it loud here for these swimmers. It's not every day you can have someone fill the air while you're swimming a 500. So let's keep it loud as these swimmers progress through their 500. Coming up at the 150, it's Ella Blake out of Stanford, your leader in lane number 3. Behind her, Isabel Rasmussen and Blakeney Kelly out of lane 1, taking over second place. All these swimmers holding anywhere between 30 and 31. It is going to be a fight to take the title in your 500 free. At the 200 though, Ella Blake out in 157.0. Behind her, Blakeney Kelly in 159.6. And sitting in third is Clara Armstrong, 200.9. Your record in this event was set back in 2019 by Ashley Naded in a time of 4:51.74. That might be a tough one to beat. Lane 3, Ella Blake at your halfway mark, still ahead, followed by Blakeney Kelly. And in third, Clara Armstrong. Is anybody gonna be able to pick it up and think about making a move on Ella Blake. Ella Blake's got about 2 body lengths on the field. Your fight for second picking up in lanes 5 and 6 between Clara Armstrong and Ruth Lucht. It is still Ella Blake out in front. Your race for second heating up as we approach 350-yard swung. Pay attention, lanes 4 and 5. Sorry, lanes 5 and 6. Who's gonna have the last 150 to take second and your 500 free? Keep in mind that time from earlier, 5:15.83. As we approach your final 100 in this 500. After 400 yards, it is still Ella Blake. But looks like it's lane number 6, Ruth Lucht, overtaking second from Clara Armstrong. This last 100 is gonna be a battle. Who's gonna have what it takes in the last 75? Can anyone turn it on here? Ella Blake is gonna get the bell. She will be 4:32.96 at the 450. Your final 50 in lanes 5 and 6. Ruth Lucht ahead of Clara Armstrong. Is Clara gonna be able to mount a comeback off this last wall? I don't know. Now coming under the flags, your winner of the 500, Ella Blake. She will take it in a time of 5:03.30. Coming in second, Ruth Lucht from FSU, finishing in 5:07.49, and rounding out your top 3 will be Clara Armstrong in 5:09.53. And now, please welcome to the pool deck your top-seeded heat in event number 46, the men's 500-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane number 1 from Cal Poly, Gavin Tallman. In lane number 2 from CSUN, Gian Velasco. In lane number 3 from the University of Georgia, Kyler Hefner. And your top seed in the 500 is representing Liberty. Coming into this 500 seated at 4:40.86, it's Thomas Hill. Swimming next to him in lane 5, also representing UGA, Chase Gravitt. In lane number 6, again from Liberty, Judah Frolic. In lane number 7 from UC San Diego, Scott Seiper. And rounding out your top seeded heat of the men's 500-yard freestyle from Colorado, Alexander Burns. This is your fastest seeded heat of event number 46, the men's 500-yard freestyle. We got a couple times to take close note of for your men's 500-yard freestyle. The top time set in prelims was 4:32.19 from Ryan Altera of Georgia Tech. That time is going to be extremely competitive in this field. Will Ryan be able to make the podium again from a morning swim? Your CCS and National Championship meet record were set 7 years ago in 2019 in a time of 4:30.65 by Ben Lawless. After the first 100, it's Kyler Hefner from UGA out in 50.6. Behind him in lane 2, Gavin Tallman from Cal Poly, and rounding out your top 3, Alexander Burns from Colorado. At the 150 mark, it's Kyler Hefner, still your leader, being chased by Gavin Tallman and Alexander Burns. Here they are coming up on your 200 mark. Kyler Hefner out in 1:44.6 in his 200. Gavin Tallman behind him in lane 2nd, and Alexander Burns. It is still all Kyle Hefner. Is anyone from the field gonna be able to chase him down? Keep an eye on Gavin Tallman up in lane number 1. He's your next closest shot to Kyle Hefner. At your 300 mark, it is still Kyle Hefner, out in 2:40.19. Gavin Tallman in lane 1 still in 2nd, and Thomas Hill from Liberty taking over 3rd after 300. Would representatives from Cal Poly and WashU please come to the announcer stand? Cal Poly and WashU to the announcer stand. After 350, it is still the Kyle Hefner show in this men's 500-yard freestyle. Close fight for second, though, between Tallman and Hill. In lanes 1 and 4, separated by under a second. Kyler Hefner with about 2 body lengths on the lead coming into his final 100. The gap getting smaller between Tallman and Hill. Coming up here on your bell lap, it will be Kyler Hefner getting the bell. 4:04:53. Is he going to be able to bring it home and take down Ryan Altera's 4:32? Let's make some noise for these swimmers as they are coming down the last 25 yards of this 500 free. At the flags, Kyle Hefner from UGA will take it. And a time of 4:32:10. Behind him in second, Gavin Tallman in 4:37:16. And rounding out your top three, Thomas Hill finishing in 4:38:12. Once again, would a representative from Cal Poly please come to the announcer stand? Cal Poly, please send a representative to the announcer stand. And now let's turn our attention back to the podium for the presentation of the awards from events number 45 and 46, your 500-yard freestyles. And now here are your top three finishers from event number 45, the women's 500-yard freestyle. Sorry, give us one more second. Just waiting on the results to make their way over to me. All right, here we go. Results are now in my hand. Here are your top three finishers from event number 45, the women's 500-yard freestyle. Finishing in third, in a time of 5:09:53, representing Emory Club Swimming, Clara Armstrong. Your runner-up in this year's 500-yard freestyle, finishing a time of 5:07:49. From Florida State, give it up for Ruth Lucht. And your 2026 national champion in the women's 500-yard freestyle won the event in a time of 5:03:30. Out of Stanford, give it up for Ella Blake. Congratulations, swimmers. Now, here are your top 3 finishers from event number 46, the men's 500-yard freestyle. Coming in third with a time of 4:36:05 from Arizona State, Hugo Bachelor. Getting it done once again in a morning swim, taking second place in a time of 4:32:19 from Georgia Tech. It's Ryan Altera. And your national champion, event number 46, the men's 500-yard freestyle, won this year's event in a time of 4:32:10. From the University of Georgia, give it up for Kyler Hefner. Our next event in the competition pool will be event number 37, your women's 200-yard individual medley. This will be your C final. Swimming in lane 1, Madeline Yule. In lane 2, Allie Brenner. In lane 3, Maddie Reed. In lane 4, Audrey Munger. In lane 5, Catherine Kim. In lane 6, Hannah Takata Jacobson. In lane 7, Ginger Thomas. And in lane 8, Marin Hemmett. After the 50 fly, it's lane 5, Catherine Kim out to an early start, opening up in 27.5. Behind her in lane 2 is Allie Brenner from UVM. As we approach the halfway point, it is still lane 5. Catherine Kim out in front at your halfway mark, coming in at 1:00:53. Behind her, Maddie Reed, 1:01:75. And behind her, Allie Brenner, 1:02:30. Anything is possible in this 50 breaststroke of your 2IM. This is where you separate your heat winners from the rest of the field. It is still Catherine Kim in lane 5 with about a body length on the field. Close race for second in lane 6 and lane 8. That's Hannah Takata Jacobson and Marin Hemmett fighting it out for second and third. Is anyone going to be able to make a move on them and take second as we come down to this final 25? Let's make some noise for the final 25 of your C final. As we make our way down under the flags, it will be Catherine Kim taking her C final in a time of 2:12.77. But second place going to Hannah Takata Jacobson in 2:16.75, and Marin Hemmett in lane 8 taking third in 2:17.15. The next race will be your B final, in event number 37, the women's 200-yard individual medley. Swimming in lane 1, Alice Spalding. In lane 2, Isabel Khan. In lane 3, Jessica Wang. In lane 4, Scarlett Kwan. In lane 5, Lilia Blanco. In lane 6, Erin Nagel. In lane 7, Lindsay Grant. And in lane 8, Anna Falzone. This is gonna be a close heat. Most of your athletes in this heat coming in between 2:13 and 2:14. After your 50 fly, Isabel Khan out in 27.6 with the lead, closely followed by Erin Nagel and Anna Falzone in 28.8 and 28.8. In the second half of the 50 back, take a look down at lane number 8. Anna Falzone, she might be your new leader at the halfway point. Lilia Blanco in the middle of the pool, your new leader heading into the 50 breast, followed by Anna Falzone, and then Isabel Khan. Once again, everything changes in this 50 yards of breaststroke. 3 or 4 of your athletes all in contention to take your B final. As we approach your 50 free, it's lane 3, Jessica Wang taking over the lead. Anna Falzone in lane 8, behind her in second. Let's make some noise as these athletes hit the final 25 free of their 200 IM. Get these swimmers home to the wall. It's going to be a close one between lane number 3 and lane number 8. Who is going to take your 2 IM? It'll be Jessica Wang. In lane number 3, winning your B final in a time of 2:11.26. Second place, Erin Nagel in 2:11.84. And rounding out your top 3 from UVA, Anna Falzone in 2:12.26. Spectators, as a reminder, flash photography is prohibited during races at tonight's final session. Once again, flash photography is strictly prohibited at tonight's final session. Please welcome to the pool deck your championship final for event number 37, the women's 200-yard individual medley. Swimming in lane number 1 from Cal Poly, Paige Tomek. In lane number 2 from Purdue, Savannah Irizarry. In lane number 3 from Grand Canyon, Madison Lowe. In lane number 4, your top qualifier from Michigan, Catherine Blake. In lane number 5, from Florida State, Adeline Lee. In lane number 6, also from Cal Poly, Amelie Kloss-Rudarby. In lane number 7, from Colorado, Emma Braca. And rounding out your yay final, representing Grand Canyon University, Lily Wilson. This is your championship final for event number 37, the women's 200-yard individual medley. Your CCS and national championship record in this event was set back in 2019 by Ashley Nadig in a time of 2:03.66. It is going to take something special from one of these swimmers in the middle of the pool to beat that time here in this championship final. After your first 50, though, it's Catherine Blake out in first in 26:79. Closely followed by Savannah Irizarry from Purdue. Just behind her, splitting 27:18. Rounding out your top 3, it's Adeline Lee in lane number 5 from Florida State. As we approach the halfway point, Catherine Blake trying to put a little more distance between herself and the rest of this field. Here we go on your 50 breast. It's Catherine Blake in the lead, followed by Lily Wilson out of lane number 8. Then Adeline Lee still in third. Keep a close eye on Lily Wilson in lane number 8. She might be able to make a move here on the rest of the field as we finish this 50 breaststroke. Once again, I feel like breaststroke is where it all gets mixed up across your 2IM, but look at Catherine Blake putting even more distance between herself and the field during that 50 breast. She will be your leader heading into the final 50. Chasing her down, Amelie Kloss-Rudarby and Adeline Lee. But 4 swimmers in the hunt for second place. Let's make some noise for those 4 as they turn for their final 25. Get these swimmers home. Your national champion will be Catherine Blake in a time of 2:05.51. Taking second will be Madison Logue, and in third, Amelie Kloss-Rudarby from Cal Poly. Our next event in the competition pool will be event number 38, your men's 200-yard individual medley. This is your C final. Swimming in lane number 1, Bill Belcher. In 2, Charlie Cross. In 3, Braden Savas. In 4, Turner Jones. In 5, Michael Maria. In 6, Gurgley Sarvis. Lane 7, Owen O'Neill. And lane 8, Steven Codavia. After the 50 fly, it's going to be Michael Maria out to a lead, splitting 23-8. Right on his heels, Turner Jones. And rounding out your top 3, it's Gurgley Sarvis. As we approach your halfway point, it's Turner Jones and Michael Maria. But Turner Jones taking over your top spot. Is Michael Maria going to be able to catch him in this 50 breast? And here comes Braden Savas, rounding out your top 3. Are any of these swimmers going to be able to turn it on here in your 50 breast and get a little bit of separation from the rest of your C final? Pay attention, here comes Charlie Cross in lane number 2 from UVA. It's going to be lane 2 and lane 5. Charlie Cross and Michael Maria, your top 2, heading into your 50 free. Make some noise for these swimmers. Who is going to have what it takes in the last 25 to bring home the win in your C final? Lane 2, lane 5, Michael Maria, Charlie Cross. Who's it going to be underneath the flags? It'll be Michael Maria taking your C final in a time of 1:54.81. Your runner-up, Charlie Cross, finishing in 1:55.21, and rounding out your top 3 in lane number 6, it's Gurgley Sarvis, finishing in 1:55.92. Up next in the competition pool will be your B final for event number 38, the men's 200-yard individual medley. Swimming in lane 1, Luke Webster. In lane 2, Jack Capra. In lane 3, Isaiah Eichel. In lane 4, Zach Owen. In lane 5, Ryan Radosco. In lane 6, Bryce Peterson. In lane 6, Parker Paulson. And in lane 8, Jonah Reese. After your 50 fly, it's Zach Owen from Penn State in the lead. Swimming a 50 fly in 23.68. Behind him, Jonah Reese. In lane number 8 from Liberty. And rounding out your top 3, Isaiah Eichel from Texas A&M. Approaching your halfway point, Zach Owen has about a body length on the field in second place. Look out in lane 1 for Luke Webster. And rounding out your top 3 at the halfway point, Bryce Peterson from UGA. Zach Owen still in charge of your B final. Once again, Zach Owen charging down the pool. Will he have what it takes in the 50 free to claim victory in your B final of the 2IM? Watch out though, close fight for second and third between Jonah Reese and Isaiah Eichel. 6 swimmers in contention for second behind Zach Owen. Zach Owen is going to be the first to reach the flags. Who's going to take second behind him? Zach Owen wins it in 1:53.0. And Parker Paulson, his teammate from Penn State, will take second in 1:54.95. Rounding out your top 3 will be Ryan Rodosco, finishing in 1:55.17. Please welcome to the pool deck your championship final in event number 38, the men's 200-yard individual medley. Swimming in lane number 1, representing Liberty, Byron Long. In lane number 2, from Cal Poly, Sam Siebold. In lane number 3, from the University of Virginia, Emmett Hanna. Your top qualifier, also from Cal Poly, Alex Siebold. Swimming in lane 5, from UNC, Topher Roberts. In lane number 6, from Georgia Tech, Liam Long. Swimming in lane number 7, also from UNC, Christian Marujo. And rounding out this championship final, representing Cal Poly, swimming in lane number 8, Camilo Vargas. This is your championship final for event number 38, the men's 200-yard individual medley. Your record in event number 38, the men's 200-yard individual medley, was set last year by Kyle Moss in a time of 1:47.18. Alex Siebold, your top seed, coming into tonight with a seat time of 1:48.30. I think he might be able to break that record. He is after a 50. Currently sitting in first place of your A final. Behind him, Topher Roberts, and sitting in third, Liam Long from Georgia Tech. As we hit the halfway point, it will be Alex Siebold out in front, followed closely by Topher Roberts and Liam Long. Those will be your top 3 heading into this 50 breast. But look at Alex Siebold putting some distance between himself and the rest of the field here in the breaststroke portion of the 2IM. Topher Roberts trying to extend his lead over, Alex Siebold trying to extend his lead over Topher Roberts and Liam Long. Watch out in lane 2 though for Sam Siebold, who is gonna have the freestyle to take second and third here in your 2IM. Let's make some noise for Alex Siebold. Let's cheer him on, see if he can set a new record here in the final 5 yards. At the wall, he'll get it. Alex Siebold will take your A final in the 2IM in a time of 1:46.46. That is a new record. Finishing in second, his brother Sam Siebold in a time of 1:50.52. And rounding out your top 3 will be Topher Roberts in 1:51.20. At this time, we will now be presenting the awards for events number 37 and 38, your 200-yard individual medleys. Swimmers and spectators, here are your top 3 finishers from event number 37, the women's 200-yard individual medley. Finishing in 3rd place in a time of 2:09.27 from Cal Poly. Give it up for Amelie Kloss-Sujarvi. Your runner-up, finishing at a time of 2:09.00, representing Grand Canyon University, Madison Lowe. And your 2026 national champion in the women's 200-yard individual medley, won in a time of 2:05.51 from Michigan, Catherine Blake. Congratulations, swimmers. And now, here are your top 3 finishers from event number 38, the men's 200-yard individual medley. Coming in 3rd place, finishing in a time of 1:51.20 from the University of North Carolina, Topher Roberts. Your runner-up in this year's 200-yard individual medley finished with a time of 1:50.52 from Cal Poly, Sam Siebold. and your 2026 CCS National Champion in the men's 200-yard individual medley, set a new CCS and National Championship meet record time of 1:46.46. Also from Cal Poly, give it up for Alex Siebel. Congratulations, swimmers. Once again, coming back on the mic, give it up for Kyle Sockwell. He's gonna take over for your women's and men's 100-yard freestyles.
And up first, women's 100 freestyle C final. Lane 1, Graves, 2, Porterfield, 3, Yukich, 4, Shang, 5, Von Herbalist, 6, Schweiders, and 7, Swift, and an 8, Bergevin in this women's 100 freestyle C final. It's Anna Shang for UVA at the 50 and 25.60. Tight race in lanes 4 and 5. Von Herbalist might get it in 5. But it'll be Anna Shang from UVA going 53.32. Picking up the C final win for the Cavaliers. Up next, event 39, women's 100 freestyle B final. In lane 1, Larson, 2, Wynn, 3, Blitz, 4, Connors, 5, Whitty, 6, Walski, 7, Kelly, and in lane 8, Clemens. Top entry time coming into this B final in lane 4, Emily Connors at 53.67. It was Emily Connors at the 50 at 25.14. But the field is tightening up here in this women's 100 freestyle B final. It might be lane 2, Hannah Wynn, and she'll get it at 53.23. Second goes to Kyla Wolski out of lane 6 at 53.34. And rounding out your top 3 in the women's 100 freestyle B final, Grace Blitz at 53.56. Up next, your championship final in the women's 100 freestyle. In lane number 1, representing UNCW, Addie Donick. In 2, representing Cal Poly, Ella McCarran. In 3, representing Wisconsin, Elisa Bennett. In 4, representing Georgia Tech, Sabina Merzglad. In 5, representing Yale, Charlize Escaza. In 6, representing UVA, Gabriela Belso. In 7, representing Alabama, Hannah Pointer. And in lane number 8, representing Notre Dame, Megan Heyer. Championship final, women's 100 freestyle. Lanes 4 and 5 tied out of prelims at a 52-88. But Gabriela Belso out to a great start in 6. As Merzglad turns first at 24-84. Elisa Bennett also sub 25 at 24-99. Elisa Bennett looks good in 3. Charlize Escaza in 5. And it will be Escaza in 5 at 51-75 for Yale. Second goes to Elisa Bennett out of lane 3 at 52.09. And rounding out your top 3 out of lane 6 is Gabriela Belso at 52-38. What a swim out of lane 5. 51-75 for Charlize Escaza. Up next, event 40, men's 100 freestyle. This is your C final. In 1, Lauver, 2, Roth, 3, Kuliev, 4, Brown, 5, Bout, 6, Stosic, 7, Hall, and in lane 8, Carter Wilt. Josiah Lauver in 1, a 21:49 going out at the 50. The field's starting to tighten up just a bit, but he'll still have the lead with 25 yards to go. Can Josiah hold off Tucker Roth? And he'll do it in 45-20 out of lane number 1, with Tucker Raw taking second for ASU in 45-65. And Fletcher Bouts out of lane 5 going 46-15 for third. Up next, event 40 men's 100 freestyle B final. Lane 1, Kiryukin, 2, Soto, 3, Renate, 4, Lange, 5, Cloutier, 6, Raske, 7, Armstrong, and in lane 8, Richard Lynn. Great first 50 in lane number 8 for Richard Lynn. He's out 21-42. Right behind him, Walker Armstrong at 21-44. But it's still Richard Lynn with less than 25 yards to go, and a great turn will give him a quarter body length lead. Can Richard Lynn hold off this field? He will not out of lane 3 in 45-32. Vinit Renard takes the win. Cloutier out of lane 5 with a 45-58 takes second, and Carter Lange out of lane 4 with a 45-65 takes third. Up next, event 40, men's 100 freestyle championship final. In lane 1, representing Arizona, Scott Edmiston. In 2, representing Cal Poly, Vaughn Tanner. In 3, representing Wisconsin, Gabe Pitson. In 4, swimming for Cal Poly, Lucas Crother Collado. In 5, representing UNC Chapel Hill, Walker Davis. In 6, swimming for UGA, Charlie Meeks. Lane 7, swimming for Cal Poly, Nicholas Vendere. And in lane 8, swimming for UNC Chapel Hill, John Donovan. Championship final, men's 100 freestyle. Top seed out of the prelims of 43-38 for Lucas in lane 4. But Walker Davis is out fast. He'll have the lead at the 50, but not by much. He's at 20.41. Right behind him at 20.47 is Lucas Crother Collado. Can Walker Davis hold off Lucas in these final few strokes? He'll get the win in 43:01. Lucas Crother-Collado with a 43:36 to take second, and Gabe Pitson will round out your top three out of lane three with a 44.62.
And now, we will turn back over to the awards podium to present the awards from events number 39 and 40, your 100-yard freestyles. Here are your top three finishers from event number 39, the women's 100-yard freestyle. Finishing in third place with a time of 52:38, representing Club Swim at the University of Virginia, Gabriella Balsol. Finishing in second place with a time of 52:09 from the University of Wisconsin, Alyssa Bennett. And your 2026 CCS National Champion in event number 39 won your women's 100-yard freestyle in a time of 51:75 from Yale, Charlize Escasa. Congratulations, swimmers. And now here are your top three finishers from event number 40, the men's 100-yard freestyle. Finishing in third with a time of 44:62 from the University of Wisconsin, Gabe Pitson. Your runner-up in the men's 100 freestyle finished in 43:36, representing Cal Poly, Lucas Crother-Collado. And your national champion in event number 40 won your men's 100-yard freestyle in a time of 43:01 from the University of North Carolina, Walker Davis. Congratulations, swimmers. The next event in the competition pool will be event number 41, your women's 50-yard breaststroke. This will be your C final. In lane 1, Marin Granel. In 2, Haley Garvey. In 3, Karis Chen. In 4, Amanda Bliss. In 5, Anna Cattles. In 6, Riley Grau. In 7, Lucy Johnson. And in lane 8, Caitlin Barkman. 50-yard breaststroke, all power, all the time. 2 laps of the pool. Deadlocked heat at the flags. Taking it will be Caitlin Barkman in lane 8 in a time of 31:26. Finishing second, Riley Grau in a time of 31:35. And rounding out your top 3 from Utah, Lucy Johnson finishing in a time of 31:53. Up next is your B final. In event number 41, the women's 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Paige Simcoe. In 2, Emma Cusimano. In lane 3, Rita Miller. In 4, Valeria Medina. In 5, Maddie Howard. In 6, Lainey Holden. In 7, Harper Brown. And in 8, Marion Catalasson. Another super close heat as your swimmers come under the flags for this 50. It's going to be the middle of the pool. Maddie Harward from Utah taking your B final in a time of 30:63. Behind her in second, Valeria Medina in 30:85. And rounding out your top 3, up in lane 1, it's Paige Simcoe from UVA, finishing in 30:97. Please welcome to the pool deck your championship final in event number 41, the women's 50-yard breaststroke. Swimming in lane number 1 from Tennessee, Carolina Norsazewski. In lane number 2 from Auburn, Katie Albert. In lane number 3 from Michigan, Megan Socha. In lane number 4, your top qualifier representing Cal Poly, Malia Costa. In lane number 5, from Yale, Charlize Escasa. In lane number 6, from the University of Wisconsin, Ali Mach. In lane number 7, from Grand Canyon University, Isabella Parrish. And swimming in lane 8, from VCU, Emma Hanum. This is your championship final for event number 41, the women's 50-yard breaststroke. Your record in this event was set 2 years ago in a time of 29:10. Let's make some noise. Malia Costa came in with a seat time of 29:2. Let's cheer her on, see if she can't set a new record. Coming down the stretch, your middle of the pool is neck and neck. Malia Costa, Charlize Escasa, who's it gonna be at the wall? Malia Costa will take your championship final, finishing in a time of 29:22. Our next event in the competition pool will be event number 42, the men's 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Michael James. In 2, Matthew Sensi. In lane 3, Sanjin Shah. In lane 4, Jackson Bresgol. In lane 5, Evan King. In 6, Landon Plumley. In 7, James Northington. And in lane 8, Raphael Legrand. Middle of the pool, Jackson Bresgol. Will he get it? Yes, he will. Jackson Bresgol will take your C final in a time of 25:66, followed by Matthew Sinise in 25:85, and rounding out your top 3, Evan King, finishing in 26:04. The next race in your competition pool will be the B final of event number 42, the men's 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Cooper Roque. In 2, Mason Miller. 3, Lance Cockman. 4, Colton Allred. 5, Dylan Delaney. 6, Joseph Clark. 7, Maxwell Schoenfelder. And 8, Spencer Bernhardt. As they come down the final stretch, another close heat. 3 or 4 guys under the flags could take this one, but it'll be Colton Allred in lane number 4 from Bama, taking your B final of the 50 breast in 25:62. Behind him, Dylan Delaney in 25:90, and rounding out your top 3, Maxwell Schoenfelder in 26:00. make some noise for your championship final of event number 42, the men's 50-yard breaststroke. Swimming in lane number 1 from Genesee, Connor Chan. In lane number 2 from Cincinnati, Christian Narcellus. In lane number 3 from UMass, Jeff Gerber. In lane number 4, your top seed, representing Kent State, Richard Curley. Swimming in lane number 5, from the Ohio State University, Luke Dower. Next to him in lane number 6, representing Florida, Pete Patragul. In lane number 7, from the University of North Carolina, Jack Zamudio. And rounding out this championship final, swimming in lane number 8, from Cal Berkeley, Daniel Tsao. This is your championship final in event number 42, the men's 50-yard breaststroke. Your record in this event was set this morning in a time of 24:63 by Alex Siebel. Coming down the home stretch, anyone's race, but look at the middle of the pool, Luke Dower, Richard Kurlich. It will be Luke Dower from Ohio State taking the title in your men's 50-yard breaststroke in a time of 24:51. Finishing in second behind him, Richard Kurlich at a time of 24:56. And rounding out your top 3, finishing in 25:25 from Florida, Pete Patragul. For the second to last time at your 2026 National Championships, we will turn our attention to the podium where we will present the awards for events 41 and 42, your 50-yard breaststrokes. And here are your top 3 finishers in event number 41, the women's 50-yard breaststroke. Finishing in 3rd place with a time of 30.14 from Michigan. Give it up for Megan Socha. Your runner-up in the women's 50-yard breaststroke finished in 29:60, representing Yale, Charlize Escasa. And your 2026 CCS National Champion won your 50-yard breaststroke in a time of 29:22 from Cal Poly, Malia Costa. Congratulations, swimmers. And now here are your top 3 finishers from event number 42, the men's 50-yard breaststroke. Finishing in 3rd place with a time of 25:25 from Florida, Pete Pacashakul. Your runner-up finish in a time of 24:56 from Kent State. Let's hear it for Richard Kurlich. Your national champion in event number 42, the men's 50-yard breaststroke, set a new CCS and national championship meet record time of 24:51 from the Ohio State University. Give it up for Luke Dower. Congratulations, swimmers. Swimmers and spectators, we are down to our final event of your 2026 TYR College Club Swimming National Championships, and coming back onto the mic to take over for our final race. Give it up one more time for Kyle Sockwell.
One more event, Greensboro. Y'all ready or what? Mixed 200 freestyle relay C final up right now. Lane 1, Iowa State 2, Georgia 3, UCLA 4, Cincinnati 5, Michigan State 6, Maryland 7, Emory, and 8, Arizona. Leading at the 50 is lane 3, UCLA at 21:01. We have a tight race here in 5, 6, and 2. Leading the way, actually in 3, is UCLA. It's actually 5, Michigan State. Georgia with a slight lead thanks to a 24-41 split. Second is Maryland and 6, but they are tight with 25 yards to go. What a race in this C final of the mixed 200 free relay as UCLA gets it thanks to a 20.46. Closing 50 and 1, 31-14. Up next in event 43, mixed 4x50 freestyle relay, your B final. Lane 1, Michigan, 2, UC San Diego, 3, Purdue, 4, UNC Chapel Hill, 5, Missouri, 6, Alabama, 7, Colorado, and in lane 8, Penn State. Penn State out to an early lead in lane 8 with a 20.60 leadoff split. Penn State holding on to the lead as we come into 100 yards at 41-29, halfway through this 200 freestyle relay B final. UNC Chapel Hill trying to challenge for the lead before the anchor leg swimmers hit the water. And they'll have it just by a hair. And by a hair, I mean 1/100th of a second over Purdue in 3. What a race in the middle of the pool. But keep your eye on the bottom of the pool as Michigan gets into the fight. UNC Chapel Hill will tie with Purdue in 3 as both relays go 1:30.18 in this B final. Results are under review. Results in the B final are official. One more race from Greensboro. The A final of the mixed 4x50 freestyle relay. In lane number 1, Florida. In lane 2, UVA. Lane 3, Georgia Tech. In lane 4, Wisconsin. In lane 5, Cal Poly. In 6, UNC Wilmington. Lane 7, Grand Canyon. And in lane number 8, San Jose State. Championship final mixed 4x50 freestyle relay. One more race from the 2026 College Club Swimming National Championships. Leading the way in 4 is Wisconsin at 20.14. Cal Poly in second at 20.18. Leading still in lane 5 is Cal Poly. Lane 5, Cal Poly with a body length lead. But getting back into the race in lane 3 is Georgia Tech. Thanks to a 22-85 split. 25 yards left in the final race here from Greensboro. Cal Poly in the lead, a great race for second and 3 and 4 between Georgia State and Wisconsin. Cal Poly gets the win at 126.96. Wisconsin second in 128.35, and Georgia Tech rounds out your top 3 in 128.39. Those results are unofficial. Unofficial.
Swimmers and spectators, please stand by as we are currently tabulating your final results. Your attention, please. Would a representative from Wisconsin please come to the announcer stand? Once again, would a representative from Wisconsin please come to the announcer stand? Thank you. Swimmers and spectators, please just give us a couple of extra minutes. We got a lot of awards coming at you. And our admin team has been doing a great job of getting them out to me all weekend long. Before we start with awards, please give a huge round of applause to your meet organizing committee split between the Greensboro Aquatic Center and NC State. This was an epic national championship, and it certainly would not have been possible without their hard work and dedication. And now, here are your top 3 teams from event number 43, the mixed 200-yard freestyle relay. Finishing in 3rd place in a time of 1:29.25. Give it up for UNC Wilmington. Your runner-ups in the mixed 4x50-yard freestyle relay, finishing in a time of 1:28.39. Give it up for Georgia Tech. And your 2026 national champions in the mixed 4x50-yard freestyle relay set a new CCS and national meet record in a time of 1:26. Give it up for Cal Poly. Congratulations, swimmers. Congratulations, swimmers. Coming up next, we have 5 more awards. Once again, 5 more awards. Our Spirit Award, the High Point Award, new for 2026, a Team Depth Award. Then your Women's Top 5, Men's Top 5, and Combined Team Top 5 to round out our 2026 awards. And now, here is your 2026 CCS National Spirit Award. This award is annually presented to a team chosen by meet staff and officials who we thought displayed the most spirit throughout your weekend. Your 2026 Spirit Award goes to the University of Wisconsin. UW, please make your way down to the awards podium to collect your Spirit Award. Give it up one more time for your Spirit Award winners, the University of Wisconsin. And now, here are your two high point winners. On the women's side, finishing with 108 points and wins in the 50 breast and 100 IM, your high point winner from Cal Poly is Malia Costa. Congratulations, Malia. And over on the men's side, your high point winner went 4 for 4, winning the 50 free, 100 free, 50 back, and 100 back, scoring a perfect 120 points. From the University of North Carolina, it's Walker Davis. Up next will be your Club Depth Awards. New this year, the Club Depth Award will be presented to the clubs with a roster size of at least 4 swimmers scoring the highest number of points per swimmer. This award will be given to the top performing small, medium, and large teams. The Club Depth Award in the small division, with an average of 30.15 swimmers, goes to Alabama.
I'm not in charge of them, so I don't want to touch them.
In the medium division, your Club Depth Award goes to, scoring 37.76 points per athlete with almost 30 athletes, UNC Chapel Hill. And now, the Club Depth Award in the large team division was won by a team that averaged 41.2 points per athlete with almost 50 athletes. Your Club Depth Award in the large division goes to Cal Poly. And now, here are your top 5 teams on the women's side. Coming in 5th place with 474 points, Michigan. In 4th place on the women's side with 485.5 points. Give it up for Georgia Tech. In 3rd place on the women's side with 508 points, Grand Canyon University. Your runner-up on the women's side finished with 628.5 points. Your runner-up is Club Swim at the University of Virginia. And now, your top women's team taking your 2026 national title, finishing with 905 points, is Cal Poly. And now, here are your top 5 men's teams at the end of day 3. Finishing in 5th place with a total of 461 points, Georgia Tech. Your 4th place winners on the men's side finished with 496 points. Give it up for the University of Georgia. Finishing in 3rd place with 622 points, Liberty. Your runner-ups on the men's side finished with 806 points. Let's hear it for the University of North Carolina. Your 2026 national champions on the men's side finished with 1,054 points. Give it up for Cal Poly. And now, here are your top 5 teams in your 2026 National Championships. Starting out with 5th place. Your 5th place combined team score had a total of 725 points. Give it up for Grand Canyon. Coming in 4th place as a combined team, scoring 1,000.5 points, Georgia Tech. Finishing in 3rd place in your combined team division, finishing with 1,081.5 points. Club swim at the University of Virginia. Your runner-up in the combined team scores finished with 1,095 points. Give it up for UNC Chapel Hill. And last, but certainly not least, your 2026 champions. In the combined team scores, finished with 2,019 points. Your 2026 winners, Cal Poly. On behalf of all of us at CCS, thank you once again for making the trek out to Greensboro for your 2026 TYR CCS National Championships. We hope that we will see you all again in 2027 for next year's National Championships. Have a good night, safe travels back home, and best of luck in your future swimming careers.